Well, hello everyone. Doing a vlog here during the first storm chase of the 2023 storm season. It actually amazes me because it's so early. Was it March 15th? It's very, very early. Well, I'm out here just to the west of Coasttown, not far from the Armagh Road, checking out the sky. There's some towers and shears away back there in the distance. The radar showing a line of convection coming up from below the border, and it's already strongly sheared. Today's setup is very interesting, considering it's the first day of the storm season so early. I'm surprised to see a warm sector setup, a classic southwesterly flow, and we have cape values of about 100 surface-based cape up to 300 or more mixed layer cape, which is reasonably good for this time. The temperature is already 14 degrees and they might peak at 15, which is very respectable too, considering we just had recent cold and snow a few days earlier, so what a change. So at the minute it's after 1:30. Prime solar heating for the next couple of hours, and the sun sets away after 6. We've the cape sort of waning after mid-afternoon slightly, but to compensate we have very, very strong shear in the order of 30 to even 40 knots, which is enough for definite organisation of any cells that develop into lines, multi-cells, and even supercellular type traits as far as the elongation goes. But only thing is, the only concern, there's a tower popping up away in the distance now, maybe you can't see it here, there. That's a good bit away. That's nosing up. So the only concern is the surface ones are blowing about 7 miles an hour, maybe gusting to 13, 14 at most, but they're easing more later in the afternoon, which is good. But the upper atmosphere looks quite warm. There might be a warm nose up there. The cloud top levels are only about 20 at best, so whether or not the clouds make it up that high is another matter, so that could be the problem. It might kill the day, but we'll see. At the minute the cloud bases are fairly low, the shear's in place, the solar heating's out, so a couple of boxes are ticked. So I'm just going to wait for that convection to see if it actually does anything. I honestly think the chances of thunder are maybe low, but I'm hoping maybe for some structure, rotation, funnel cloud or more. You even can't even rule out a tornado today. You just can't in that kind of shear. So my plan is to stick to this area, maybe meet up with some of the guys too, and maybe target the west side of Lough Neagh as well if things develop around there. So the models look good, the roam looks pretty good, so whether or not actually comes into play is another matter. But fingers crossed, it's great to be out so early in the season. Hopefully it's an omen of a very active season to come. So hopefully I'll have some footage for you later. This is actually a good example of wind shear here. You see these developing cumulus clouds starting here, bubbling up and up to here. That's completely leaning over at a 45 degree or stronger right up here. See that? That's the speed shear. So the wind is strong here, it's stronger here, and even stronger here. So we in 40 knots plus is up here. So the 40 knot winds are actually blowing the top of the developing towering cumulus over at a steep angle. So in theory, if the updraft's strong enough and you get a strong enough storm developing, the rain should be sheared away from the updraft region and falling out here, so you get an updraft downdraft separation, so the cell can live longer and become organised, and you have this updraft region completely free, so to speak, and that's where you're likely to get your funnels and tornadoes. But that's completely leaning over there, and a great example of very strong speed shear. New towers developing here in the sunshine, not very big, but they're getting beefy. The problem is with a 40 knot shear, the cells are moving extremely fast today because of the shear, but once they pass over, they'll be impossible to chase. So we really need to be on the east side of them and catch them face on, and then let them overtake us, and then see what's on the far side. Ria's out chasing today too, aren't you, Ria? Yeah. Any convection? Yeah. Oh, keep an eye out, Ria. Currently watching this line here. There seems to be a lot of convection actually developing on the far side of Slieve Galley into the west and passing up by it, coming from this direction. There's a line of bases here, so I'm keeping an eye on this here for developments. According to the roam out west, there should be a really intense line of cells developing in the afternoon and coming in this way and up. So I want to keep an eye on those bases for funnel clouds. Ray's getting impatient. Okay, we have an updraft developing here, into here, high up overhead, and precip in the distance. That could be the very leading edge of that line on radar. Coming up precip here. What's interesting about this tower here, it actually looks like it's got a rotational element to it. The shape of it, the shear, the texture. So that's a good sign. Another tower up in here. Yes, Rhea. I know. You're looking some action. So what concerns me is the mushy top to these clouds. They turn warm and mushy and sometimes shred apart. That's a sign there's warm air aloft interfering with this. The air should be colder up there for it to continue developing vertically. So it's almost like a cap or a lid suppressing the development here. And because we don't have the strong high temperatures of summer, I don't know if that's going to push through or not. I'm already thinking this day could be a dud already based on that warm air aloft. So that should be going higher and it should be stronger. Anyway, there's precip coming in now from shears from that first line. I don't have high hopes for this day at all. Could be a complete bust, but we'll see. We'll not give up yet. Okay, the precip has arrived now, and I'm seeing a storm base coming into view here to my west-southwest. Definitely exhibiting strong signs of shear. There's the base, there's the precip. So the updraft is tilted away over here, venting that precip this way. So this is as close as we can get at the minute to a rain-free base, although I see precip behind it. Unsure yet how much depth there is to the updraft in that. It may be shallow, but it's coming in this way, and it almost has the characteristics of a slight mezzo here. So I might even get the drone up, although it is coming in fast and still raining. But that there's definitely interesting looking. Yeah, quite a big base coming in there. Yeah, it looks interesting for sure. Okay, that's the convective line. I couldn't outrun it, it's moving too fast. Some whale's mouth up ahead here, overhead. There's reports of a few sparks to my southwest, not far away. Pretty big whale's mouth there. Wonder if I can get a shot in the rain.